Hello everyone. Welcome back to Easy Learning English. I'm Emma.
And I'm Daniel. Today we have a special episode. We'll follow the story of a young woman's very first day at her new job.
Yes, this story is full of common words and real situations. Waking up early, preparing for work, traveling to the office, meeting colleagues, and ending the day. It's perfect listening practice.
So while you listen, imagine each scene in your mind. Think about the actions, the feelings, and the environment. That way you learn English naturally.
Let's welcome our guest today. Sarah, thank you for joining us.
Hi, Emma. Hi, Daniel. Thank you for inviting me. I'm really excited to share my story. A first day is always special. It's exciting, a little scary, and unforgettable. I hope my experience helps listeners practice English and also feel more confident about their own first day at work. My alarm was set for 6 o'clock, but I woke up at 5:30. My mind was full of thoughts, and I couldn't sleep anymore. I lay in bed for a moment, looking at the ceiling, telling myself, this is the big day. When I finally stood up, I stretched and walked to the window. The sky was light blue, and the sun was rising slowly. The world outside felt quiet, but inside, my heart was racing. I felt nervous, but also very proud. I took a quick shower to wake myself up, brushed my teeth, and washed my face. The cold water helped me feel fresh. I smiled at the mirror and said softly, "You can do this." That morning felt different. Every small action, tying my hair, making my bed, seemed special because it was the beginning of something new. I kept repeating in my head, stay calm, stay positive. My day had officially started, and I was ready for the challenge. The night before, I had prepared my outfit. It was simple but professional, a white blouse, black trousers, and comfortable shoes. I wanted to look neat without feeling stiff. As I put it on, I felt a little more confident. I went to the kitchen to make breakfast. I toasted some bread and boiled an egg. I also made a cup of coffee because I knew I would need energy. Normally, I eat quickly, but that morning I tried to slow down. My stomach felt a bit tight from nerves. While eating, I checked my bag twice. Inside, I had my notebook, a pen, my phone charger, and the welcome letter with the office address. I didn't want to forget anything. I also looked at the time again and again. I didn't want to be late. At one point, I laughed at myself and thought, relax, you still have plenty of time. After finishing breakfast, I put on some light makeup, grabbed my bag, and stood by the door, ready to leave. Walking to the bus stop, I felt the cool morning air. People were already on the streets, some jogging, others heading to work. I felt like I was part of a big city rhythm. At the bus stop, I checked my watch nervously. When the bus arrived, I climbed in and found a seat near the window. I looked outside as the city moved quickly, shops opening, students in uniforms, and traffic slowly building. During the ride, I listened to some calm music on my phone. I wanted to relax and arrive with a positive mood. My mind kept repeating, what if I make a mistake? What if I don't fit in? But then I reminded myself, it's only the first day. Nobody expects me to be perfect. The bus stopped near my office building. I stepped out, took a deep breath, and looked up at the tall glass building. The moment felt huge. I whispered, here we go. With a mix of fear and excitement, I walked toward the entrance. The building was tall and modern. Inside, everything felt busy, people walking quickly, phones ringing, keyboards typing. At the reception desk, I smiled and introduced myself. Hello, I'm Sarah. Today is my first day. The receptionist was kind. She gave me a visitor pass and called someone from HR. Soon, a friendly woman named Anna arrived. She said warmly, "Hi Sarah, welcome. Let me show you around." As we walked through the office, I noticed many details: large open desks, people talking in small groups, and walls decorated with posters and company values. I felt a little nervous, but also impressed. Anna introduced me to a few colleagues. Everyone smiled, shook my hand, and said, "Welcome." Their kindness made me feel lighter. I thought, maybe this won't be so hard after all. Finally, Anna showed me my desk. It had a computer, a chair, and a small plant. I placed my bag down and sat for the first time, thinking, this is my new home for the next chapter of my life. After I sat at my desk, my manager, Mr. Lewis, came to greet me. He had a big smile and said, "Good morning, Sarah. Welcome to the team. Don't worry, today is just about learning." He introduced me to the team, 5 people sitting close to me. Each one told me their name, role, and something fun about themselves. I tried hard to remember everything. Later, Mr. Lewis gave me a short orientation. He explained company rules, how to use the software, and where to find important documents. I wrote notes quickly, but I also tried to listen carefully. At first, everything sounded complicated. But when a colleague named James offered to help, I felt supported. He said, "We've all been new once. You'll be fine." We practiced using the software together. I made a few mistakes, but nobody laughed. Instead, they patiently guided me. That made me feel more comfortable. I realized the team was not only professional but also kind. That gave me hope for the future. At noon, Anna invited me to join her and some colleagues for lunch. We went to a small cafe near the office. The cafe was cozy, with the smell of fresh bread and coffee. I ordered a sandwich and orange juice. While eating, I listened to everyone's conversations. They talked about their hobbies, weekend plans, and even joked about office life. I was quiet at first, but soon I joined in. I told them I enjoyed reading and cooking. They smiled and said, "We should share recipes someday." That moment made me feel less like a stranger. I thought, okay, I can be part of this group. After lunch, we walked back to the office together, laughing about a funny story someone told. The sun was warm, and I felt more relaxed. The nervous feeling from the morning was slowly fading. I realized lunch was not just about food, but also about building connections. In the afternoon, I had my first small tasks. My manager asked me to prepare some data and write a short report. At first, I wasn't sure I could do it. But I took a deep breath, followed the instructions, and started working. Time passed quickly as I focused. I checked my notes again and again, making sure I didn't miss anything. When I finished, I gave the report to Mr. Lewis. He looked at it, smiled, and said, "Good job, Sarah. This is a strong start." Those simple words gave me confidence. I realized that mistakes are part of learning, but effort is what matters most. The rest of the afternoon was calmer. I organized my desk, set up my computer, and chatted with colleagues who came by to say hello. The office felt less intimidating now. It started to feel like a place where I could belong. When the clock showed 5 p.m., people began packing their bags. I turned off my computer and looked around. My first day was almost over. Walking out of the building, I felt a sense of relief. The sky was turning orange with the sunset. I took a deep breath and thought, I survived my first day. On the bus home, I reflected on everything: the nervous morning, the warm welcome from colleagues, the mistakes I made, and the support I received. I realized the day was not perfect, but it was a good beginning. At home, I changed into comfortable clothes and made a simple dinner. While eating, I smiled and thought, tomorrow will be easier. I already know the faces, the desks, and the routine. Before bed, I wrote a few notes in my diary about the day. Then I whispered to myself, "You did it, Sarah." One day down, many more to go. With that thought, I turned off the light and slept peacefully.
Thank you, Sarah, for sharing such a beautiful and honest story. Your first day sounded full of emotions, but also full of learning.
Yes, and for our listeners, we hope you enjoyed this journey. Notice the vocabulary Sarah used about waking up, commuting, meeting people, and reflecting at night. These are words and phrases you can use in your own daily life.
Listening to real stories is one of the best ways to improve your English. It helps you understand not only the words, but also the feelings behind them.
That's right. So keep listening, keep practicing, and remember, every new day is an opportunity to learn. Just like Sarah's first day at work, your English journey is full of small steps that will take you forward. That's right. So keep listening, keep practicing, and remember, every new day is an opportunity to learn. Just like Sarah's first day at work, your English journey is full of small steps that will take you forward.
Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to Easy Learning English for more listening practice. See you in the next episode.